Akan tak? Nak lah.
Kau tanya kat semua.
Of course lah. Cikgu dia kita tolong. Ah,
Mana? Aku cakap. Macam tu.
Saya nak add sound. Oi, ni mic ni.
High school may be ending, but our journey is far from over. Congratulations, class of 2024. Your stories have only just begun. High school may be ending, but our journey is far from over. Congratulations, class of 2024. Your stories
Nampak laptop tak apa? Ha?
Laptop apa yang nampak? Ni kan sikit
Ni kan ni.
Ni sebab bulan ni tak sebab payah lah depan tu kita nak umpah. Tapi macam mana nak kena tak depan ke ah? Okey, boleh. Boleh ke? Kan? Boleh lah. Problem ni kita tak boleh langgar je lah. Banyak benda ni diam. Tak jangan aku setting je. Bibang dulu, dah setting bibang. Baru dia lepas tu dia. Korang apa? Siap.
Asal kan? Ha, tak full screen je dulu.
Terus sikit buat.
Tak boleh full screen dulu ke ni?
Boleh nak buat?
Ha.
Macam ni.
Alright, I would like to confirm this technologies here. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. The Academy International Gifted Enrichment Research and Innovation Seminar Tigers 2024 shall begin shortly. Esteemed session panels, presenters and honorable audiences and guests, Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon. I would like to extend a heartiest welcome to everyone to the Academy International Gifted Enrichment Research and Innovation Seminar Tigers 2024. Before we start our session for today, I am Abang Shah Abbas bin Abang Mahmud. Each team will be given a 13-minute duration that consists of 10 minutes of presentations and remaining 3 minutes for question and answer session. We would like to encourage all presenters to introduce themselves before commencing to their presentation. Presenters will be notified 1 minute prior to the end of the allocated presentation time. All presenters must wrap up their presentations within 10 minutes of the predetermined time allocated. As a friendly reminder, all presenters have to stay in this room until the end of the session, and the Tigers Honors Award will be announced at the end of this session. Without further delay, and with great pleasure, let's welcome the first presenter to start this session. Please welcome.
Let me ask you guys a simple question. Have you ever felt the pain of having chapped neck? Yes. I'm sure each one of us have already experienced it before. So, to prevent this from happening, we would like to share our research entitled Do Yourself Organic Lip Balm. Before that, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good afternoon to the members of the hall. I would like to introduce our group members, which is me, Amira, Damia, Robiatur, Vivek, and Ishra. Through this presentation, we would like to share our problem statement, research question, objective, methodology, results, and lastly, conclusion. Dry lips have become a common issue between citizens due to Malaysia's hot weather. Besides drinking the correct amount of water, the use of lip balm also helps in maintaining a healthy and moisturized lip skin. However, a lot of lip balms that sell commercially contain harmful chemicals such as paraben and petroleum. Other than that, organic lip balms are expensive in the current market. Next, we would like to address this issue by conducting a research on DIY organic lip balm. In this research, we would like to explore how, just by adjusting the proportions of the ingredient, can affect the texture and effectiveness of the DIY lip balm. Secondly, what are the advantages of using natural ingredients in lip balm compared to commercially produced lip balms that contain synthetic chemicals? Next, moving on to our research objective. This research is to encourage the use of natural homemade products that are free from harmful chemicals. This research is also conducted to acquire hands-on experience in creating a simple DIY lip balm using basic materials. And lastly, to learn about the properties and benefits of key ingredients like beeswax, coconut oil, and essential oils. I'm passing the mic to Sarah for her to explain about our ingredients.
As you guys can see, these are the 6 ingredients that we use to make our organic lip balm. For the primary ingredients, which are beeswax, sweet almond oil, candida wax, and cocoa butter, provide structure and firmness to the lip balm, but it also adds a moisture to the lip. For the additional ingredients, which are vitamin E oil and essential oil, it acts as an antioxidant or preservative that can extend the shelf life of the lip balm, and also add a pleasant fragrance or flavor to the lip balm. Okay, so you guys must be wondering on how we make our lip balm. So this is our methodology. For the first step, 4 sets of ingredients, which are set A, set B, set C, and set D, will be prepared in 4 beaker respectively as shown here. But you guys must be curious on how we determine the exact proportion of ingredient in each set, right? So the answer is simple. We just use the trial and error method. Okay, moving on to the second step. All the ingredients were melted using a boiler and were blended together using a stirring spoon. After that, 1 capsule of vitamin E was cut in half and was squeezed out into the beaker after all the ingredients were melted. Then, a few drops of essential oil were added into the mixture. And lastly, the mixture was poured into the lip balm and twisted slowly. After all these steps were done, the results were recorded in the table 1.1 in the next slide, which will be presented by Rubik.
So thank you, Sarah. So here's the table 1.1 that shows the result of our experiment. For step A, it produced very firm but greasy lip balm. For step B, the lip balm was balanced firmness and slightly oily. For step C, the lip balm was soft and moisturizing. And for step D, it produced too soft and less structured lip balm. Through the experiment, we found that step B is the best mixture to create organic lip balm that consists of 7 grams of beeswax, 4 grams of cocoa butter, 1 gram of candida wax, and 20 milliliters of almond oil.
Next, discussion. For step A, it is very firm because high proportion of beeswax and cocoa butter is used, but it is greasy as large amount of almond oil is added. For step B, it is balanced firmness and slightly oily. The beeswax and cocoa butter provide a solid structure, and the reduced almond oil makes it slightly oily but still comfortable. And for step C, it is soft and moisturizing as less beeswax and more almond oil is used in its formulation. However, this does not provide long-lasting protection, so we have to reapply many times. And lastly, for step D, it is too soft and less structured because the lowest amount of candida wax and beeswax and the highest relative amount of oil is used to make this lip balm. This will make it feel too liquidy, which is not practical to be used every day. Thus, step B is the most versatile option because it achieves balance between firmness, moisture, and usability. We also provide you the comparison between our organic lip balm and commercial lip balm. There are 3 aspects that we want to highlight here. So the first one is the cost benefit. The organic lip balm, the total production cost for 10 sticks is 58 ringgit and 60 cents, which makes the price for 1 stick is 5 ringgit and 86 cents only. Unlike for commercial lip balm, organic lip balm price starts from 20 ringgit to 200 ringgit, while non-organic commercial lip balm, its price is 14 ringgit to 30 ringgit. Next, for sustainability, the containers for the organic lip balm is reusable, and this can minimize plastic waste and less harmful to the environment. While for commercial lip balm, it often comes in single-use plastic tubes which are not recyclable, and this can contribute to environmental waste. And also for ingredients, the organic lip balm obviously uses the natural ingredients and has no synthetic additives. And also, the organic lip balm is customizable.
In contrast, commercial lip balm use synthetic ingredients that can lead to potential long-term effects such as hormonal disruption and skin irritation. And also, commercial lip balm is standardized formulation. To strengthen my point, let's compare essential oil and artificial fragrance. So, essential oil is less likely to cause irritation compared to artificial fragrance. There was a study published in the Journal of the American Academy of Dermatology found that synthetic fragrances were a common factor for contact dermatitis. So, in conclusion, the Aura lip balm is not only cost effective but also better for the environment and your health.
I'm sure people will ask what we will do with this research. Here's the plan. We are planning on create digital formulation and testing app that help users create customized lip balm formulation and analyze ingredient combination. We are planning on developing an existing software where you can input ingredients such as beeswax, coconut oil, and essential oil in different amounts to create your own lip balm formulation. The app suggests how to improve the texture, scent, and effectiveness of your formulation based on the ingredient you use. By this, you'll be able to track how well your lip balm performs, such as how long it lasts and how well it moisturizes your lips. And it also let you compare the performance of homemade lip balm with the commercial one. Thus, this future plan is actually related with the theme of our seminar, Harmonizing Technology. Thank you for joining us. We look forward to any question or feedback you might have. Thank you.
Hello, my name is I'm from ENRICHMENT. So I just have quite a direct questions. What are the challenges that you guys face during the process to prepare the DIY lip balm? Okay, that's it.
Okay, that's a very good question, Aida. Thank you for asking. So, the challenges that we face during the preparation of making our lip balm. Firstly, to find the organic ingredients itself. So, to find the organic ingredients, pure organic ingredients nowadays are quite hard. So, it becomes a challenge to us to find it and make our lip balm. Secondly, the time consuming and energy consuming makes it hard. It becomes a challenge for us. So because there are many steps that need to be taken to make our organic lip balm, so it does take our time and energy to make this lip balm. So that's all.
Do we have any more questions from the floor?
Thank you so much. I was really interested in your solution because it's a bit creative with what you mentioned. So, but I would like to ask that, are you guys willing to sell this? Like, you make it because it is cost effective and you didn't require getting some chemical products like that, and you use organic products. Like, do you plan to sell it or you plan to teach people? Also, or do you plan to monetize it in any way, or you just want to benefit the public with your products to teach them how to make it, like do it yourself, right? So you want to do it yourself and sell it at a lower rate, or you want to teach people how to do it. So if it's that, how do you want to monetize it, or you don't even need to monetize it?
Okay, so back to the future plan that we present just now. We are planning to create the app and sell the lip balms. So the original plan is to sell the lip balm, but it also to encourage people to make the DIY organic lip balm itself. So it focuses on two. Focuses focus on 2 points, which are to sell it, and the other one is to encourage people to do it themselves. Does that answer your question?
Okay, some more questions from the floor. Okay, overall from me, I think it's good because you have the background data, baseline data. So from the where you get the baseline data, and at the end of the day, you connect the data to what are the things that you want to do in the future, which is doing the act, right? Which is related to the themes of the conference. So my question to you is that I can see the price of the commercial discount is around 20 to 200, right? Is it 200 ringgit is too expensive? What kind of lip balm that is because what 200 ringgit? Is it special or what?
Thank you, Doctor, for the question. So for the 200 ringgit lip balm, it is actually sold in the store near us, which is the bird's bees, which is the freshest skin lip treatment lip balm that costs around 100 to 200 ringgit, because it contains 100% organic ingredients.
Okay, one more thing. Can you scroll down to the slide of set A, B, C with the weight percent? With the weight percent, 8%, 7%, everything. Yeah, this one. We know that set A is 8, 5, 1.5, 30, and set B 7, 4, 1, 2, 20, and set C 6, 3, and so on. So of course, I understand that you did try and error. For example, PWAX you put 8, and then you what the product, then you adjust the amount. Okay. Before you do that one, did you refer to any article just to get the first value first? Meaning that in order to adjust to another value, you must have a basis, right? So did you refer to any article or?
Yes, we refer to any articles and websites that involve in the making of the lip balm, of the organic lip balm. So we analyze and do surveys on the best ingredients and the best portion to make the first lip balm. Then we just try and error, try again, make the lip balm, and try again to get the best lip balm to be produced.
Okay, that's good. So that's all from me. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the presenters for their knowledge sharing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to our second presenter for today to continue the session. Let's welcome UIN2 to deliver their speech.
participant in this event. Okay, education is an investment in the future, and the integration of the technology is so important in learning media, in learning process. So we can try to improve that about technology for younger generation to face the challenges in digital era. So I'm Farmazatul Ania from State Islamic University of Maulana Khalid Ibrahim Malang, and present about our innovation by the title Develop Learning Media through Teaching based on flipped learning in literal reading course. Next slide, please. Next. Okay, so this is a research background for our research. For the first is development in the society 5.0 era, marked technological advances such as artificial intelligence or AI, and computing and digital marketing. And so in this university, especially a digital learning course, is like innovation of learning media. So we make innovation to apply innovation that we make technology is teachment with model flipped learning. This is our next. This is our problem formulation. We have two problem formulation. For the first is how to develop learning media using the teachment application, which is practical based on flipped learning for literal reading course for Tadris English student at FTKW Malang. And the second is how the student perceive the truth, the teachment application with a flipped learning model for literal reading course. Okay, the next is about the objective. We have two: reading practical reading learning media using the teachment application in the literal reading course, and the second is knowing student perspective of the development of learning with teachment and flipped learning model is practice or effective learning. And then, okay, next. This is our roadmap of the research. There is 3 years. It's from 20 and 24 until 20 and 26. In 20 and 24, we focus on analyze, development, and implementation of our product. And the 20 and 25, we focus on improving our media quality. And last is 20 and 26. This is finalization of our product. It is transformation very general to all courses, not only in the but all courses in our university. Okay, next please. This is our research method. We use R&D, research and development. We use any model, analyze, design, development, evaluation, and implementation. Okay, for the process analysis, we namely as preliminary research because we have conducting unstructured interview with 10 students of English student in University of Maulana Khalid Ibrahim Malang. And the second is design. In this design, we have design feature of education material, and according to intention curriculum about the material and according to lesson plan in our campus. And the second is development. We have to close and structure questionnaire to validator. For the first is validators from media, learning media, and the second for material. And the third is implementation. We do close and structured questionnaire to small group. It is 35 students for every student. And the last is evaluation. Close and structured questionnaire during the final test. It is a final test. Is 68 of English Education Department. This is the result and discussion. Okay, for the first, we have 3 analyses conducting about the unstructured about 10 students from English education. For the first, we know about the use of the technology is limited to Zoom, Google Meet, e-learning, Moodle, and PPT platform. And the second, the lack of learning media that use applications that are easy to operate before learning, so that many students still depend on the lecture, especially in the class. And the last is like of teaching materials and learning media that using easy and practical application using the flipped learning model. So flipped learning model is the student have to study before they got the class with their teacher. So it's namely is flipped learning. Okay, this is our design. For the first is we define 3 sections. For the first is drafting design guidelines. For the first is easy practical learning media in the form of teaching application. And the second is using the flipped learning model. And the second is design material. We focus on for material in 3rd semester. Because our subject is from English education from 3rd semester. So we take 4 material. The first material is focused on vocabulary equation, and the second is paragraph structure, and the third is skimming and scanning. The fourth is applying the concept of building and combining noun. Okay, for the last is media concept design. It is design of the teaching application. There is a feature chat, and then there is an assessment feature, there is a dashboard feature, there is a class management feature, and editing. Okay, next. Okay, development, we do post and share about questionnaire to validators. For the first is learning media, and the second is to material. Okay, preparation, we do search for reference sources according to Indonesian curriculum and according to lesson plan in our campus. And the second, prepare what material to put. That is saying before about for material. And the second is making storyboard. Okay, for production, compile teaching materials into the feature application according to template design, editing, validation, and improving. And the last is for production. The product is teaching and a module final editing. Okay, next. Okay, so this is a result for the first result is from validator. For the first validator is material, we got the 98.7%. It's for validator of material, and the second validator from learning media, we got 89%, and the average is 93.78%. So we can conclude that about the learning media and material that we share in 3rd semester of English Education Department is valid. Yes. Okay, and the second is result of student responses. And small group we got 85.15%, 14%, and the field group is 87.35%. And average is 80.24%. And we can conclude that the application teaching with flipped learning model is valid and practical to use in lateral reading course. Yes. I think it's enough for my presentation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Is there any question from the floor first before I comment? Any question? Okay, it's okay. So basically, you produce the app. Is it the application for the student to enhance the student relation?
Available in application and website.
Okay, this application is suitable for who? For school students or for university students?
It can be used in elementary school or secondary school and university. It
Right.
can use.
So, but for the secondary school and university, it require different material, right?
Yes.
So, meaning that you have to redo it again. For example, you want to do the app for the secondary
Because our subject is student university.
Alright, okay.
Our university, especially in administration department in third semester.
Okay, so your focus target is the university student.
Yes, university student.
Okay, I can see that your project aligned from about 3 years duration, right?
Roadmap or?
Yeah, roadmap is 3 years. Just now, 3 years roadmap. Do you have any grant or any funding of this project, or just do you receive any money from government, for example, to do this project, or you create on your own initiative?
Okay, so we have 3 years for finishing the product,
Okay.
and especially the product is free. But if you wanna complete feature, you can go to premium. Okay.
Alright, so you meaning that your product can get in the Google Store? Right?
Yes, there is a Google store. There is,
Oh, okay.
but available in website and application.
So anybody in the world get access to the app, actually.
Yes.
For the basic one, but for the premium one, they have to pay certain money.
No.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Last slide. There is some feature from application, teachment application.
Okay.
We need to log in a student as a lecturer, as a staff. We can choose one of them.
Okay. So far, let's say few students that already use this one. Do you have any success rate for the student? For example, they say that this web is really interesting and then help them in the learning. Do you have that data?
Yes, because we have implementation for the small class and the file test. We have said before, there is an interactive, but according to their perception.
So now you put it on the online, it's free.
Yes, it's free.
Is it worth or in future you want to charge the user or not?
No, it is especially it's free, but when we got some feature, some complete, we have to got a premium.
Okay.
Untuk bisa got the more facilities in
More
the application.
tools and more info.
Yes.
So you have to go from basic to premium.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I think that's all from me. So anybody from the floor want to ask this interesting app? Yeah, anybody?
Can I just see your project name? I think I missed it. Project name.
Project name is Teach Me.
So this is the same app that you have in Google?
Yes. In Google Play Store ada, in the website available. Teachment.com. Teachment. You can see on the Google. You search teachment.com. Okay, thank you very much. Jelas Sesi. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you for the presenter for their knowledge sharing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to our third presenter for today to continue the session. Let's welcome Tag Titan to deliver their speech.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is my roommate, Mustafa, Radwan, Khadija, from Al-Bukhari International University. And we would like to move on with our project right now, internet infrastructure towards sustainable development. And our main project here, our aim is for repurposing all this law and with router operating system. And for all for networking, open source router operating system offers advanced features, saving costs, and reduces electronic costs. So for customized networking solution and specific needs, and also innovative and sustainable approach. Some problems. We have already added some problems. Electronic wave, shortage of connections, lack of internet, lack of fixed lines. So network security and installation, unequal distribution for internet connectivity. Also overload internet networks. Next slide. So for the problem number one, shortage of internet connections for the lack of fixed lines in many regions of the region, particularly more rural areas, there is a lack of fixed line internet connections. So this limits the availability of high-speed internet, stable internet connections for users, business, or even institutions like schools or universities as well. So for our solution for this project is we are proposing two network topologies to address this issue. Wireless topology using Ethernet cables on this close Ethernet routers and be connected to switch or access points across building or area. This creates a stable internet connection for all areas. And for high-speed network for locations where fixed line internet is unavailable or insufficient. So for wireless plus wireless topology, the second solution that we have in larger areas, setting up wireless access points allows flexibility and enables Wi-Fi connectivity for users, offering a broad coverage without needing extending wiring. This ideal for areas where line down cables is in particular or costly. And you can see here we have two types of connection as well: hotspot and broadband. This is our site page that you can see. If you want to use it right now, we can open hotspot at Wi-Fi and hotspot at the AIU project, and you can see the site page. So for network security and administration, managing the network involves many challenges such as preventing unauthorized access, mitigating potential threats, and securing data transmission. All networking equipment often lacks advanced security features. So our solution for this problem is that by using router based on the repurpose of the raw materials. So it is typically found in commercial routers. Authentication and authorization users must log in using credentials to access the network, and access can be controlled based on user rules and permissions that we are applying here from our repurpose desktops. So for centralized access control using tools like Radius Manager or Taggart Plus, the system can centralize authentication and access management, simplifying network security management, plus using table server authentication, validation, and accounting as additional tools manager. And so for firewall and intrusion detection systems, that router is based on the PC, repurposed PC, that can protect against network threats, ensuring that only authorized user can only access the internet directly. That's, you can see here the firewall that you have in our repurposed desktop. Here is our firewall, and also the authentication and validation and accounting server that only users that we have created inside our own repurposed on this one can access the internet. So.
Problem 15, which is overload. I think what happens when the network or the server receives more data or users more than an efficiently managed. So this leads to problems such as joy performance and distributed connection. This server use several strategies to solve this problem. The first data usage limit for each user or device, the server ensures that the resources are equally divided. The second strategy, bandwidth control. This approach involves limiting the use of specific servers or applications that consume a lot of resource by ensuring balanced resource allocation. The third one, which is fair usage policies. This policies ensure that all the resources all the users have equally access to the network. Third one, which is the performance optimization. The main objective of this measure is to avoid network overload, ensure smooth and reliability performance for everyone.
Okay, the next slide. My name is Ridwan Afrad Muhammad from Al-Bukhari International University. So based on the idea behind our project is to firstly reduce waste of electronic devices like old PCs. And the second thing is that to make internet more available. For example, in remote areas in the villages where they cannot, maybe they have only just one fixed line. But for others to be able to connect to the network, it might cause some of the problems they have listed, like overload, because they are connected to one network load. So this idea, like the framework and conceptual structure is that there are different phases. So the first phase is that we can identify old laptop or old PC, desktop PCs. For example, this CPU that I brought, is a desktop CPU. So it's already abandoned. So if there are old and abandoned devices like this, instead of just abandoning them and just becoming electronic waste, we repurpose them and turn them into a router OS that we can use as to create more internet or to manage the internet and to make it more available by extending it. So firstly, we identify this kind of PCs. That's the first thing. We identify them, we assess this kind of CPU. Does it have the features that we need? Does it have the required network interface? And so it does require even CPU, RAM, even the RAM is just 1 gigabyte RAM is enough to make it, to repurpose it for the function. Then the second thing is that after we identify those old PCs that, these PCs, instead of wasting them, we can use them for this kind of purpose. Then we can move on to install and configure it. So we actually, for now, we have the access to our open source software, the router OS. So we are going to install it on those old PCs. So when we install it, we configure the settings that we want it to do, like for managing the other devices that we connect to the network to create different users instead of just relying on one network. And so after that, when we do the installation and configuration, we can move to optimizing it. We test it. So people can connect, we test to see the performance, and so we can optimize some basic things. So in summary, that's the conceptual framework behind this project and how we can implement it. So now we'll be moving to the next thing, which is to just give more explanation about methodology. You can skip this.
Okay. So the methodology is how to make sure that at least two electrons are installed inside our network facility. Instead from away and have the environment, we can network as well verify. So we have only two electronic cards, and then one for the one ISP. So to make you understand the situation, we are between ISP internet connection and the end users. So now we are going to show you the hotspot exactly how to use the internet coming from our server. You can now open your phones. Okay. So now at least we have to, and then software installation, hybrid server or out of the system is open source, anyone can download it and install it inside this. But like I said, two network cards have to be inside. And for the configuration, how to use the configuration to make it allow to use the internet. So which are applications? Okay, we are going to make application that for user to see and monitor the balance for them and see that they can log in and see the remaining balance for the user itself. They are using the same thing coming from our server. So instead of just use internet directly, they have to see how many megabytes remaining, the speed, the database, the folder, and everything that we have integrated for them using our own desktops.
Okay, thank you. That's all. If there's any question, we will entertain them. I would like to share one example.
My question is quite simple. How technologically flexible is it? Because as we know, currently OS technology is getting much more and more developed. And for example, early pioneering research on safety had already begun. So, yeah, of course, you could say that you would recycle this RAM, you would recycle the CPU, and then you would root them to the OS, and then you would solve the problem of inequality in network access, which is rural and urban area, right? But in the end, all these CPUs, if all these recycled CPU wouldn't keep up with the latest OS technology, wouldn't it mean that these Google people would ending up only receiving back-end technology and outdated technology compared to the more advanced technology already being available in urban areas. So yeah, that's all.
Okay, so the question is that, like, how would if this kind of pieces end up not being able to function again? If I want to try to rephrase it to get it right. Actually, as we said, to be able to install that kind of router OS, it does not require a very powerful system. So it's just to install it on them, do the configuration, like set different users, and actually for the meantime, it's meant to be used in a small scale, like in a small scale situation. So not in a large scale, but actually you can still implement it maybe in the rural areas. Most especially if you're using the rural areas where there are not, access to internet, to many network like ISP that they can connect to. So in that regard, this PC, if we turn it to them, they are not going to be doing any kind of every task or every work. So we can do the installation, do the configuration, and just keep them there. So we do not really envisage, or actually based on our testing, it shouldn't like just break down like that because we have already done our testing during the evaluation, and we see that these CPUs can still can be used. So because they are not used for any kind of processing, so it won't affect them, and they can be used for that purpose. For example, like without taking much of our time, what I'm trying to say is that an example of that is when you want to do that kind of thing in the school, like we can help the school to implement such kind of thing. Because we know we might have some old desktops that you are using. So instead of just dropping them, not just wasting them, we can convert to this beneficial thing. So it's better to convert to something beneficial, even though it might have some potential shortfalls than just leaving them to waste. So that is the main point. And we also noticed something, like in this school, the students the student network is an open network. So in that case, maybe the school is unable to, I don't know the reason behind it, but we can actually implement this kind of system to ensure that each student have their own personal login details to access the network. Instead of leaving it just open. For example, when you enter the school, the network is open to anyone to just connect to it. So in that regard, we can set up this kind of thing, be an intermediary between the network, like the source network, and it's going to allow us to create different users for each student in the school. So at least it's going to serve the benefit, like by using this old desktop instead of just leaving them. It's architectural short, of course, but it's useful than just using the electronic devices. Thank you.
Some more question before I say something. Okay. Personally, I can see there are two things here, two issues. One is the usage of e-waste. So you use e-waste and you convert it. Correct me if I'm wrong. You use the e-waste and you forward it into sort of router, and this router can be accessed to provide internet to some other places. So my question is to ask you, how reliable is the system? So you already built the system, right? So how is your system is reliable as compared to the normal routers, for example?
Okay, sir. This is not router giving you uplink directly to internet. This is in between. I have already said that. This is in between the ISP and the end users. This makes sure that you can avoid overload, avoid any amount of people using the same internet. Like see, we have here SP students, right? This is Wi-Fi. Everyone can accidentally delete it, and this makes you a lot of issues. Like first of all, the overloading, and second, it's like no security at all. Anyone can make a network and cut that all internet for all buildings, right? So we have to put this one in between. Like see, we have only maybe two or maybe one uplink. Let's say one uplink ISP inside this area, and just make it clear. Let's say this is ISP. This ISP, we are just taking only one uplink to our server, and the other one that I have written to at least two network card here. The other card to make hotspot outside to make just like cover all buildings. And each student has its own user, like we have in our education, this hotspot. Each one has its own user, and each user has its own different username and password and limitation for data rate, speed, and package and everything. So this makes you very, very comfortable and very, very safe.
So your system already tested?
I'm not leaving my country before I came here.
Okay. For example, we have a problem here.
Yes.
So we have about, for example, this is only example, we have about 300 students here.
Yes,
rather than we want to make it open, for example, we want to set the quota. So one student is only 10 GB, for example. So is it possible to do it?
It's possible. I can do it right now. Right now I can do 10 megabytes or maybe 10 megabytes per second speed. And I can can go the last application. Last way. Before this. See here the remaining balance. This is the data that we have put for the user in our server. And this is front end, the back end is only for the servers.
Okay.
See the remaining balance.
My last question. If you were to sell this system, roughly how much?
It depends because it's all. Yeah, it depends. It's all. Just only one network card. For maybe you can apply it for homes or the village. In my country, I have implemented for simpler
Is it involve any programming inside?
only software, small software, but maybe different router operating systems.
Okay, then like first question about the reliability. As we have said, this is not the main source of the internet. It's just going to serve as an intermediary. The main source of the internet is our big companies like internet service providers. But we use this just to do management. So it's not the main source. So it's highly reliable in terms of the internet connection. There is no issue. And the second question about how much we can sell it. Actually, it's going to be cost effective than the normal machines that we have for this kind of infrastructure. And as we said, we can implement it for to create different users for all about 300 or 500. They have users to become able to connect to that student network not only free. We just use this to create different users for them, and it's actually accommodating.
So well done. Thank you very much. So any more questions from the floor? Very interesting.
If you want to try it, just yeah. Set for hotspot and AIU projects.
Hotspot, Wi-Fi, hotspot, and AIU project right now. If you have your phone. If you guys want to see the tracking page, hotspot.
So later they can try. Yeah.
Thank you for the presenters for their knowledge sharing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to our next presenter for today to continue the session. Let's welcome Trust Managers to deliver their speech.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. We are from Aburi International University. We are from Trustology's team that we will present our project titled Waste Segregation using machine learning. So before we start our presentations, let us introduce ourselves first. My name is Solehayuni Tanamawati. This is my team. This is Desi Harida Maharani, Wina Munaga, and Amin Farhan. So where's this slide, please? So our project basically, we want to revolutionize the way we handle waste management in Malaysia. So next please. Let's take a look to the waste management problems. around the world, waste volumes are steadily increasing. So this fact is leading to significant impact to our environmental issues. So it's currently a large portion of waste. It's about 85% of waste is end up in landfills. This not only contributes to pollution, but also affects our health also. Next please. And our current system management for waste is struggling to keep up, to deal with the complexity of waste that we produce nowadays, because it's a lot and it's complex. There's a lot of different types of waste in this world. This is a statistic that we can see talking about waste management in Malaysia according to Somewhat et al. 2019. As you can see that in Malaysia, for every day, they dispose 30,000 metric tons for Malaysians' daily disposed waste. And for handle this huge amount of waste, the government need to spend around 1.2 billion ringgit for each year just for only spend on waste collections. Next please. So this is our 40% of national recycling rate. If we can maintain the waste in Malaysia is on track, it can be reached 40% of NRR by 2025. States in 12 Malaysian plan based on businesstoday.com. Next please. So our project aims to tackle these challenges by developing a waste segregation using machine learning. Basically, we want to make a smart grid that automatically categorized by two different types of waste, recycle and non-recycle categories. And we want to also integrate our system to improve precision, reduce contaminations in recycle processes, and also we want to enhance in recyclable sustainability to support zero non-carbon emissions. Next please. To make understand the needs for our project, let's highlight the current issues in our environment. So, manual waste sorting, as we discussed with e-idaman, they highlight several challenges. E-idaman is basically Malaysians under government. They manage the waste for non-urban Malaysian area. They call that manual waste sorting is not only time-consuming and expensive, but it's also contribute to increasing landfill and also environmental pollution that can impose serious risk to the human health and environment. Next, please. And then we have 4 keys of our objective here. We want to develop the design and implementations of our smart grids. We built a prototype using IoT microcontrollers, and we also integrate with the advanced machine learning, including CNN. And also, we have another objective is optimization of waste for segregation accuracy. This objective we involving training and validating our machine learning using a diverse data set of the waste images. So in the third objective is we enhance our user interactions and awareness, because we want to develop a user-friendly interface so our user can be easily use our smart grid systems. Our last objective is our contribution to sustainability, because as I mentioned before, that our project is aligning to the Malaysian recycle targets and also to reduce sustainability development goals, because it's aligning to the their goals through this effective machine waste. Next please.
Okay, now I would like to share our literature review that we have found here. So this literature review, innovative literature review that we found, it's talk about the various approaches that discuss about the waste management and detection, and it covers advances in machine learning, deep learning, as well as for the computer vision technology. So let's take a look one by one. First, in the first paper, they found that the system successfully classified 5 types of the waste, but the limitation, the battery need to be replaced periodically. The second paper, they found that they can achieve up to 96% of the classification accuracy, but the limitation is limited for only 5 types of waste categories. Next. The third
they can only segregate one item at a time. The 4 papers we found that CNN can perform well. They can achieve the highest accuracy in the waste classification at 99%, but the limitation, they can the system perform best with a single object study. Next paper, we have other thing about the zero-shot learning, but the limitation about the time consuming. Next paper, we have zero-shot image classification with hierarchical level sense, but the limitation, they found that there is no direct method to validate chill's performance, so they relies on the empirical results. Next we have CML. These papers, they found that there is a different accuracy between expert group and non-expert group. Next. And next we have YOLO-based abandoned garbage. They found the limitation that sometimes in the data imbalance and misclassification.
Okay, the next I will explain to you about our methodology and our contribution to social business. For our methodology approach, we have several key steps here. The first is data collection and the paper testing. So first we will compile the large data set of recyclable and non-recyclable data sets that we gather from Hegel, and then we will utilize YOLO, the only robots, for the real-time object detection. And for the third one, we will choose model selection between CNN or zero shot, but currently we are using CNN for our project, and it accuracy achieved around 85%. And the next, we will do hyperparameter tuning to increase and improve our performance. And the next, we have performance metrics as our measurement to this research project. We will use accuracy, precision recall, amount score, and mean average precision. And then the last, we will deploy the best model to our system. Next, please. So we have the third, this is the 3 key components that we have in our system. The first is image capture, object detection, and classification. Next, please. Okay, this is how our system works. So the system will start when the user disposes the waste, and then the motion sensor will detect the movement of from the user and the waste, and it will trigger to activate the LED and camera. It will detect the waste and capture the image, and then classify whether the waste is recognized or not. If the waste is recognized, then it will go directly to the sort. But if it's not recognized, then it will provide error feedback. So if the waste is recognized, it will sort and log data, and then it will categorize again, classify whether it is recyclable or not. If the waste is not recyclable, then it will navigate to the non-recyclable compartment. But if the waste is recyclable, then it will navigate to recyclable compartment, and then the system will reset and ready for the next items. Next, please. So we have several hardware and software that we are using in this project. The first very important one is Raspberry Pi. This is acts as the central processing unit for our smart bin system. And the next, we have several motors that navigate the bin. Next, please. We have cable that act as a connection between all of the components in our system. We have motion sensor to detect the movement, and we have LCD to display the classification results to the user. And next, we have camera to capture the image, and we have LED to indicate the current status of the system. We have power supply to adequate power. And then the next one, beside the hardware, we have the software. So here we will use the Raspberry Pi OS, since we are using the Raspberry Pi to provide the best platform for running all software components. And for the programming language, we will be using Python, since it has extensive libraries and frameworks for machine learning and hardware control. And the next, we will use PyTorch or TensorFlow for the training machine learning models, and YOLO for the object detection model. And the next, we will use OpenCV and also Flask. Next, please. So this is several contributions to social business. The first is in promoting environmental sustainability, reducing operational costs for waste management. Next, so our project aligning with global national sustainability goals, which specifically goal number 12 and goal number 13, and then our project also aligns
aligned with the 3-0 cluster, which is zero net carbon emission. And I will show you guys how our system works from the video.
Okay, as you can see, there are wires connected to various components. The LED, the servo motor, the motion sensor. The system is divided into two compartments, the recyclable and non-recyclable one. As you can see, when we insert something into the bin, the motion detector will detect and the light sensor will, and the LED will light up. Here is the LCD that shows the status of the bin. For example, when an object is detected, the lights will light up and the camera will take the image. When the camera takes the image, the Raspberry Pi will do the processing and it will classify into one of the recyclable or non-recyclable. Here is the example of this classifying plastic, paper and metal waste into recyclable, and for non-recyclable we have one for now. That is the compost. Here is the diamond. Here is the lemon. As you can see, it will classify into non-recyclable. Okay, that's that. For this, there is our picture that we knock from the Raspberry Pi. For example, 1 here with 100 components that is recyclable. This is for our project.
So this is from our group, our team, for trustologists. Thank you for really listening our project. So if you guys have any questions, you can guys easily let us know for the questions. Thank you.
Okay, before I say something, any comment from the floor? Because yeah, this is a very interesting topic. Any comment? Any question? Okay. While they take the question, I would like to ask the group. The first question is: there any country in the world that practice the same concept, which is using machine learning to segregate waste? Okay. Is there any country? Okay. The second, do you want to answer now or? Oh, okay. Right.
Thank you so much for your questions. In our literature review, we also mentioned that we already have a lot of research before we want to make this project, our waste segregations. Not a lot, some of countries they making waste segregations smartly, but it's not classified to recycle and non-recycles. They just make it using same also using machine learning algorithms. It's classifications also. A lot of algorithms that they use, but it's basically classifications. But they separate it. It's not like our project. Our project is we divide to the recycle and non-recycle. But some of countries, some of the research that we found, the waste segregations that they separated is based on the materials of the waste, like paper, and then for the metals, they separated based on the materials of the different types of waste, well, recycle and non-recyclables.
Okay. Although I'm not in this area, but the project is very interesting, so I can grab whatever you present just now. Okay. Now, my second question: how you train the system? Say this is a bottle, and this is the plastic, and this is the fruit. How do you train?
So the first, as I mentioned in the methodology, we have gathered the data from dataset images from Kaggle. So we already have 5 categories data currently. It includes paper, metal waste, styrofoam, food waste, and the last is plastic. So we have gathered all of the image. I think we have around 5,000 data sets for this. Then we train it in machine learning. Then it can detect these 5 categories. For now, we only have these 5 categories, but in the future work, we will improve this data set.
So this one using Python or what?
We are using Python for the programming language.
So your group yourself write the programming system onto the Python and then you do it. Or you understand Python requires some programming, right? So who did the programming?
Yeah, I did the programming.
but we also use some open source machine learning system, for example, the YOLO. That mostly it.
Okay, so my final question is very simple question. Just now you put the waste one by one, right? You put plastic, you put food. What I put is in my hand I have 3 types of waste. Then I put at one time. So is your machine able to detect each of the waste?
Okay, for now this is still the limitation of our project, but in the future we will enhance this so it can detect more than one waste at a time.
Okay, thank you very much. It's very interesting. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the presenters for their knowledge sharing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to our next presenter for today to continue the session. Let's welcome ASP40 to deliver their speech.
Recently, there has been a fundamental trend here in the academy, which is Rubik's Cube. At first glance, it looks like a simple puzzle, but did you know that it can be a powerful tool in learning mathematics? Today, I'm going to share with you how Rubik's Cube can help improve us in solving problems involving mathematics and multiplication and combination. For that, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good afternoon to fellow floor members. This is our team member with Luman Hakim as our team leader, Abdul Rahim Faris, Nasin Chad, Hamzah Arfan, and me, Rahmatullah. In our school at Academy Science Petang, many students struggle with problems with mathematics topics such as permutation and combination. These topics are hard to grasp because they can feel too abstract. In SPL, these topics are killers. We should not want to lose our marks by learning this question and answer, isn't it? Well, that got us thinking. Could learning solve Rubik's Cube actually helps improve in our problem solving and also improve our ability to answer permutation and combination? The main drive that got us into this research is because of our passion in Rubik's Cube, and also there's not much research that has been done on this toy involving in education in mathematics.
Okay, so our main goals for this research are very simple. We have four main objectives for this research. That is, to understand students' experience and strategies, to enhance understanding of permutations and combination, to observe the impact on cognitive abilities and math performance, and lastly, to improve problem-solving skills and memory. For conducting this research, we have 5 main phases. The first is surveys and questionnaire will be distributed to gather information about how often students use Rubik's Cube and their opinions on its benefits. Then, pretest comprising of permutation and combination questions and also memory tests will be distributed among participants, and participants will undergo Rubik's Cube-based curriculum. So what is Rubik's Cube-based curriculum? Rubik's Cube-based curriculum integrate Rubik's Cube and also permutation and combination in KSSM. We have 2 phases which takes duration of 8 days. We start with phase 1. Phase 1 takes duration from day 1 to day 4. At day 1, we learn the introduction of Rubik's Cube, like how we understand the cube movement and how turning the cube changes its color. For the second day, we learn about cube notations like R, L, U, and D. These all symbol stands the movement in Rubik's Cube. This notation helps us in remembering the algorithm for solving the cube. For the day 3, we learn about permutation and combination, where we explain how permutations such as way to arrange pieces and also combinations like the combination of the algorithm in solving the cube. And for the last day for the phase 1, we teach how to solve the first layer of the cube. For the phase 2, we start at day 5 where we teach how to solve the second layer, and then for the day 6, we teach the problem solving strategies, and for the day 7, we teach how to solve the final layer and complete the Rubik's Cube solving. And for the last day, we will examine them with a final test and also for the reflection. Lastly, data from participants will be collected and analyzed.
So, the results that we got are really interesting. So, as you can see here, there's an average increment of 3.8 marks for each student before and after undergoing our curriculum, and it shows that this curriculum helped them in understanding combinations and combinations and solve the problems they face better. And as per our memory pre-test and post-test, there's an average increment of 5.95 points. So why, you may ask? Because in solving Rubik's Cube, you have to remember a lot of things and algorithms for you to solve faster. So we think that by remembering all of this, it will boost their ability to remember things in short-term memories.
Alright, so why did Rubik Cube have such a big impact? It's because Rubik Cube gives students a hand-on experience with abstract ideas. When you turn the cube, you are physically rearranging pieces like the mathematical idea of permutation. And when you are choosing a specific pattern to solve the cube, it's similar to the idea of combination. By balancing with the cube, students could see and feel the math instead of just imagining it on paper. Using the Rubik's cubes also helps with memory and problem solving. To solve the cube, you need to remember the steps and algorithm, and that helps and that strengthens your memory. Plus, since solving the cube can be tricky, students learn to think critically, break down problems. Students begin to think critically, break down problems, and try different strategies until they succeed. However, some students found the cube challenging at first and needed more time to learn the algorithms. This shows that while the Rubik's Cube is effective, it might need to be introduced with a bit more guidance for students who struggle with its complexity. In conclusion, our research shows that Rubik's Cube is more than just a puzzle. It's a powerful tool for learning. It helps students improve their understanding of important mathematical topics like permutation and combination, while boosting their memory, problem-solving skill, and even their enjoyment of learning. By making math more interactive and fun, we can help students overcome their fear of difficult topics and build their confidence in tackling complex problems. So, next time you see Rubik's Cube, remember, it's not just a try, it's a tool that can unlock your potential in math or beyond. That's our progress. Thank you and goodbye.
Okay, question.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Very good afternoon to all of you. My name is Muhammad Azasma, and I'm from Petang, and my question is, how does Rubik's Cube help to solve permutation and combination questions in KSSM? Because in SPM question, the permutation and combination questions involve numbering, while Rubik's Cube is more focusing on how we focusing on memory skills. That's the question. Thank you.
So actually, in solving Rubik's Cube, it's not really just algorithms memorization. There's a lot of other techniques that can be done to solve the Rubik's Cube. So we think that if the students were to sit and to think, they can plan out on how to strategically move the pieces so that they can achieve what they want. And similar to the SSM, they need to sit and think about how they need to arrange all of these and choose all of that. So that's how we think the correlations are.
Any more questions from the floor? No. Did you use the normal Rubik Cube, which is the colored one, or this, or that, the special one? Okay. You tested, you asked your fellow to test it, right? To do it. So how many students that you asked to test to do it?
Around 20 students.
20 students. So your sample is 20 students, and from that 20 students, what did you find? Just to get back from the what is the impact of that Rubik to the 20 students?
They solve problems better, and then their short-term memories improve.
So after they, you mean after they did this Rubik, you give another maths test to them and they solve the maths better? Is it? Correct me if I'm wrong. How? Because I'm trying to understand how the Rubik Cube functions. Okay. Is it stimulate the mind or what?
We represent the question and concepts using Rubik's Cube.
Okay. Okay, you use the concept of Rubik's Cube. So far, the result is good. So meaning that you can expand it to some more sample. Currently, you only take 20 students, right?
Yes, it is in our future planning.
How do you select the student?
The students were selected, the 20 students does not have any basics from Rubik Cube, which means they might have known the Rubik Cube, but they don't know how to actually play the Rubik's Cube from first layer until finish on any algorithms.
What about the background of the maths? You select the top student in maths because you want to solve the maths, right? So what sort of the student, average knowledge in maths or really good student in maths or what?
Their math results are average mostly, and some of them have high and some of them have lower than average. But around 10 students are average marks in mathematics.
So you mix the sample, yeah? It's not all one, like one criteria, good, so you mix average, good and...
Yes, that's correct.
So you see that there is potential for the Rubik Cube to be researched more further.
Yes.
Okay. So very interesting. Any more questions? Ada soalan? Ladies. Ada. So I pass back to the chairman. Thank you.
Thank you, Pak everyone.
Thank you for the presenters for their knowledge sharing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to our next presenter for today to continue the session. Let's welcome ASP 33 to deliver their speech.
but then we will present since AS53 is not it. So yeah, here's the AS53 from. First of all, disclaimer, I'm sorry if this presentation will be quite rushed because for the past 3 days I've been in MC. I just recovered from my sickness today, so yeah, I'm sorry if my presentation was quite rushed. Right, let's get started. Right, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are ASP53, and if you see here, you could see a very vivid picture of a mosquito, which means that our topic of English is obvious. It is about dengue. We are at the Petang district after all, and near to the Petang district is a district called Kuala Lumpur. Fun fact, Kuala Lumpur has one of the highest concentration of dengue cases in Malaysia. In 2022, Kuala Lumpur exceeds any other district in Malaysia in the number of dengue cases recorded per year. So that how exactly we solve dengue is one which has been one of the most dangerous tropical disease that ever existed in Malaysia. Next slide. Alright, first of all, what is dengue virus? I would say dengue virus must be quite familiar to all of you since all of us are living in the tropical country after all. But then, dengue virus or dengue is the most common one single positive stranded RNA virus of the family Flaviidae, which means that dengue virus is a virus, it's not a bacteria, it's not a bacteria, it's not a fungi, it's a virus which is spread by a type of mosquito known as Aedes. There's 4 strains of dengue virus, that is dengue 1, dengue 2, dengue 3, and dengue 4. But we will take a look at that later. That's right. Alright, now let's take a look at the status quo. Since the beginning of 2024, over 11 million dengue cases and over 7,000 dengue deaths have been recorded. But then, what exactly does research into dengue has not been as rampant as research into some other diseases like HIV, for example. dengue does not directly affect all parts of the world. Dengue mainly affects the global south, which includes countries like Malaysia, India, Indonesia, etc., which means that global pharmaceutical companies like the big pharma, like Pfizer, AstraZeneca, BioNTech, etc., they mainly, it's not to say that they don't care about dengue at all, but then all the research is not directly concentrated to dengue, simply because the region that is most affected by dengue is the overall global south and not directly the global north. That is where these big pharma companies are overwhelmingly benefited from. Right. So dengue has been one of the major public health problems in Malaysia for decades. Over 600 contact cases and 1,200 associated cases have been recorded in Malaysia from 2015 to 2021. Prevention. Dengue vaccines may be available for people aged 6 to 60. However, here we are not going to talk about dengue vaccines. Sure, we might have vaccines, but then would it be more effective if we could cut the problem of dengue virus directly from the cause, that is ADE, or antibody-dependent enhancement. Next one. Alright, what is antibody-dependent enhancement? Look that in our current status quo, dengue usually doesn't lead to death, but then dengue only leads to death when dengue becomes more severe. And how does dengue become more severe? Dengue becomes more severe, leading to the process named antibody-dependent enhancement, or ADE. ADE is basically where dengue has already infected your cell, and then your cells are already developed an antibody for it, right? But you are infected by dengue again, but then your antibody, although it recognizes that, oh, this is dengue, but then your antibody does not do anything against the dengue virus, but instead, your antibody does nothing, it's neutralized, and therefore it leads dengue easily enter, it is an easy pathway for the dengue virus to enter your cell, and therefore a chronic infection of dengue occurs. And this is where most dengue death happens. That's one. Right, professional phagocytes. One of the main mechanisms of our antibody and our immune system in general is something called professional phagocytic cell. Professional phagocytic cell includes, cells like monocytes, macrophage, neutrophils, etc., but this cell is the main component of our antibody that helps neutralizing any pathogens. For example, if you are infected by malaria, which is a cell that will neutralize malaria. Of course, it is professional phagocytic cell, this is macrophage, neutrophils, etc., same goes to dengue. However, these cells are also where ADE occurs most often, because these cells are the main component of antibody, right? So when your macrophage doesn't do anything in dengue, then ADE happens, then it could easily be dead. It could easily have, no longer exist on Earth because of it. Next one.
So, what is actually CRISPR-Cas9a? So, CRISPR basic discovery and function. CRISPR sequences in bacterial DNA are like a genetic memory of past viral infections. When a bacteria encounters a virus, it stores a segment of the virus DNA in its CRISPR array. If the bacteria is attacked by the same virus again, it can use this stored genetic information to recognize and cut the viral DNA position. CRISPR components. What are CRISPR sequences? CRISPR sequences are repeating segments of DNA interspersed with spatial sequences that match our DNA. Cas proteins are CRISPR-associated proteins that use the CRISPR sequences to locate and cut specific DNA sequences. The most Cas protein is Cas9. So,
right, to simplify the concept a bit, right? What is exactly CRISPR? CRISPR is where you have basically a memory storage of your antibody against previous disease. See that you get infected by dengue at one moment, then therefore CRISPR will store the memory of your infection against this post-viral infection, and therefore the sequences will be stored in CRISPR. And how exactly does this? Because when you have this memory storage, it's much more easy to develop an antibody, right? Because now your immune system has information about this virus, and therefore your immune system more easily develops an antibody. But then how exactly does CRISPR enter into your body? It enters your body through a system known as Cas protein. Cas protein is guided by an RNA known as gRNA into your body, and when gRNA develops this protein called Cas into your body, Cas will then cleave your cell, your immune cell, and when your immune cell is cleaved, this memory storage of CRISPR will be stored into that cell, and when CRISPR is stored into that cell, your immune cell becomes much more easily educated to develop antibody against a particular disease, which includes dengue as well. CRISPR is getting much more convenient these days, but then there's a new type of CRISPR called CRISPR-Cas9. How is CRISPR-Cas9 different from normal CRISPR, right? Normal CRISPR, they usually only cleave and edit DNA, but then CRISPR-Cas9 will also cleave and edit RNA, which means that CRISPR-Cas9 will also do genetic engineering towards cells in your body, which include professional phagocytic cell or professional phagocytes. Next slide. Finish. Alright, how exactly are we going to import CRISPR-Cas9 into your body? And therefore, our idea is simple. We will import CRISPR-Cas9 into your professional phagocytic cell. And when your professional phagocytic cell has already received this CRISPR-Cas9, your professional phagocytic cell will be genetically edited, it will produce ROS, and therefore your body will be better prepared with ADE. Now, target identification. You select genes involved in ROS. Why is ROS important? ROS is a hormone developed when you are trying to kill a virus. When the professional phagocyte say that a macrophage tries to kill a virus, it will release ROS. But then too much ROS is also a problem because you give over-inflammation in your body, and this over-inflammation in your body of ROS is what caused ADE in the first place. So our idea is to use CRISPR-Cas9, cleave your professional phagocytic cell, be intravenous, macrophage, whatsoever, and therefore we will regulate the production of ROS and nitric oxide level in your professional phagocytic cell, and therefore moving to the next slide. I'm sorry, I believe that this is an outdated slide, but then our expected result is that you will have a lower ROS production level, and therefore the potential for inflammation to be lower, and therefore the potential for antibody dependent enhancement or ADE to happen will be lower, and therefore your potential to die from dengue will be lower. Actually, ROS at lower because we have already emptied the professional phagocytic cell, and therefore ADE will no longer happen because overproduction of ROS will no longer happen in the first place. So yeah, we believe this is possible. We believe that with further research, with further R&D, we could actually defeat death from dengue, because death from dengue is not necessary in the first place. So that's for me. Is there any question?
So thank you very much for the presentation. This one not yet been tested, right? Just the background study of the thing. My question is, how do you get the idea to do this sort of thing? Apart from you know that Petang is a mosquito, so what is the driving force that makes you to think about this area? Because it's more toward biology. It's more toward biology, which is suitable for the line of biology.
Our main driving force is the thing that we believe that some historical history has been used to improve condition of mankind. Like for example, in the 1990s, smallpox is eradicated into mass vaccination aspect by WHO, right? So we have seen before in history how science had been used to produce better human lives, produce better quality of human lives, and therefore now in 2024, no one dies of smallpox anymore. We just had the same with people with dengue. dengue is not necessary. We feel that since we have sun, it's more powerful force by we can manipulate nature for our own benefit, for mankind's own benefit. Therefore, we should use it simply because we have the power.
Is there any place in the world that already did this sort of study from your literature?
Basically our main literature review, our main literature source is from a journal in the ENRICHMENT, I think. ENRICHMENT is one of the main medical journals in the US. But then, in that research only explores the potential of CRISPR-Cas9 in editing RNA in general. It's not for dengue specifically. We come up with dengue since we see that, we live in a tropical area and dengue might be a big problem.
Okay, so thank you very much, Madam. Although the process, but it's good, your presentation is good, okay? Right. So any more questions from the floor before I hand it back to the chairman? Alright, so thank you very much.
Right, thank you.
Thank you for the presenters for their knowledge shown. Ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to our last presenter for today to continue the session. Let's welcome
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And very good evening to all of you. So, before I start, I would like to ask you a simple question. In your life, have you ever met the closer person that has an eczema? Yes. Okay, obviously yes. So, I believe and I'm sure majority in this hall said yes. But have you ever wondered how much the world population have an eczema and how worse it is? Because we have a many type of eczema. So, Umay.
Thank you, Lilian. For generally, eczema is a chronic inflammatory skin condition that up to 30% of children and 10% of adults by of the world population, according to World Health Organization and World Energy Organization. So, in one category of eczema, we choose scalp psoriasis as our main subject for this research. Therefore, scalp psoriasis is a flaking, red or silver patch on the scalp, and it can cause itchiness too. So, in several cases, it can cause someone to lose hair. Before we continue to give our solution, we would like to our salutation for honorable guests in this hall. Let me introduce ourselves. I'm Shafika, alongside my teammates.
I'm Muhammad Wali.
Kumara and Darusha. We are thrilled to share our research on innovation in hair care, benefits of integrated hair combing, and massaging devices. So, ladies and gentlemen, this condition doesn't just give discomfort, but it can give impacts on hair care routine too. So, any traditional method like shampooing or using standard combing can irritate the scalp. So, with these problems, we come out with the objective of the research to help finding the solution for hair care for those who have scalp psoriasis and improve their scalp health. So why we choose this? Or why we choose scalp psoriasis? Because there are so many types of hair care that suits them, right? And I will pass next our findings to Daniel.
So, ladies and gentlemen, so this interview will likely conducted through combining qualitative method, which is including one-on-one discussion, focus group, and surveys. We also make a questionnaire to 151 people about which of these two treatments between organic hair oil and medicated shampoo, which one is the best product for them. And from the result, we got 78% is choosing organic hair oil, meanwhile the others 22% is choosing medicated shampoo. So we can conclude that is people is more choosing organic hair oil, maybe because it's easy to use. Because we can use an organic hair oil everywhere and anytime we use. If you want to compare to the shampoo, we need to get shower first, right? So to counter this problem, our idea is we are trying to combine hair oil and messaging device. So when we want to comb our hair, the hair oil gonna go out through the comb, and their users can feel the same experience when they use messaging devices. So moving on to the pros and cons of using hair decombing and messaging devices. So pros: enhanced scalp health and convenient market differentiation. So enhanced scalp health. When we use this product, we can reduce hair fall and our blood flow going to be smooth. And convenient. As I mentioned before, we are trying to combine these two items. So with this product, we can reduce our time and we can reduce the effort of the users, and our hair care routine will be more efficient. So for cons, target market limitations, safety and efficiency concern, market saturation. So we realize that different people have a different type of hair. So maybe our product is suitable for some people and maybe not suitable for some people. But we hope our product is suitable for all people.
So, after conducting this research, we found out that massaging devices that are designed for sensitive scalp has a good potential as solution for scalp services. This is because massaging devices can help reduce scalp paralysis symptoms by improving blood circulation to the scalp, which promotes healing and reduce inflammation. The gentle stimulation from these devices can also help to relieve itching, cough, irritation, and reduce stress, which known to trigger eczema flare-ups. Additionally, massaging helps distribute natural oils across the scalp, providing moisture and reducing dryness, a common issue for those with scalp paralysis. As for the future development, the study for developing more hair care products for sensitive scalp should be done more deeply.
So, expected result. This hair care routine will enhance the overall effectiveness of hair care routines by improving scalp health, promoting hair growth, and increasing user satisfaction. Even though I am bald and I have no hair, with this product, I hope I can grow out my hair more faster. That's all from us. Thank you.
those who have eczema. They also can be used by those who have sensitive skin or those who are looking for gentle and clarity. However, it is always best to consult a dermatologist before you take the products.
Any more questions from the floor before I ask the group? So meaning that you already developed this product, you have the prototype of this product, not yet or still in the process?
Basically, we have a sketching, but the prototype we don't have yet. But we're still trying to do the prototype in the 3D shape. 3D.
So you've never been tested?
Never. As I mentioned, expected results. So in future, we're gonna do the real one.
So how do you ensure that your product is good? Because let's say I'm the customer, I want to buy the product. So in a simple word, please convince me that the product is good so that I buy your product.
So our recommendation for the hand care, which is the jojoba oil, we have done research about it. So the jojoba oil is suitable for anyone who has scalp condition. So I hope that answers your question.
Okay, good. So well done. Thank you very much. I think I pass back to the chairman. Okay.
Thank you to the presenters for their knowledge sharing. While we wait for the VIP to arrive, I would like to invite our panel, Professor Madya Dr. Muhammad Zaidani bin Abu Bakar, to give an extensive feedback regarding to all of our presentations for this session. Please welcome.
Thank you very much for the presentation. I can see that the aura of this evening is very different. I can see that most of the group will have your systematic flow of the research. You have products, or you're going to do the products, and also the presentation also very good, very good for this session. So I would like to congratulate all of you. So hopefully in future you can do better. But today is already the best. In future can be better than today. Okay? So I sincerely thank all the students and also our other students from Abu Dhabi and also from Indonesia. So I think this is very this conference is a very good platform for all of you to interact with each other and to come up with all the ideas so that you can do good research in future. So thank you very much.
Now, before we end the session, let's invite our Senior Assistant of Administration, Dr. Muhammad Ghazali bin Taib, to give away a heartfelt token of appreciation to our panel, Professor Madya, Dr. Muhammad Zaidani bin Abu Bakar, from School of Chemical Engineering, USN. And with that, I would like to invite ASP Head of Department, Madam Siti Shazana Bidin, to give away the Tigers Honors Award to participants. The Tigers Honors Award goes to ASP 11 from Academy Science Petang. Next, let's welcome UIN2 from Universitas Islam Negeri Maulana Malang, Indonesia. Next, let's welcome Petang from AIE. Next, let's welcome technologists from AIE. Next, let's welcome ASP 40 from Academy Science Petang. Let's welcome ASP 33 from Academy Science Petang. And lastly, let's welcome ASP 60 from Academy Science Petang. Thank you, and the that, you can put